Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Katrina Johnson Show, a safe space for women healing from childhood trauma and where information plus inspiration equals transformation. I'm your host, Katrina Johnson Owens, and as always, my goal is to provide you with information, inspiration, and practical tools that support your healing journey. Today's conversation is actually an overview for the upcoming next several episodes. These episodes, I believe, will resonate deeply with many women. I hope you have your pen and paper ready to take a few notes. We're talking about the lies trauma teaches us about ourselves. Now, before we begin, I want to say something important. Trauma doesn't just affect what happened to us. It often affects what we come to believe about ourselves because of what happened to us. Let me repeat that so you can take note. Trauma doesn't just affect what happened to us. It often affects what we come to believe about ourselves because of what happened to us. Now, those beliefs may be core beliefs that can follow us into adulthood, shaping our relationships, our confidence, our decisions, our boundaries, and even our sense of identity. The good news: just because you've learned something doesn't mean it is true. And just because you've believed something for years doesn't mean you have to keep believing it. What is core belief? One of the things we learn through CBT, or cognitive behavior therapy principles, is that our thoughts influence our emotions and behaviors. But underneath our everyday thoughts are something called core beliefs. Core beliefs are the deeply held beliefs we have about ourselves, other people, and the world around us. Many of those beliefs are formed early in life. When we experience repeated criticism, rejection, abandonment, neglect, instability, or emotional wounds, our minds often try to make sense of those experiences. As children, we don't always have the emotional maturity to understand that adults may be struggling with their own issues. Instead, we often internalize what happens around us, and that's where the lies begin. So let's talk about it on the next week episode, where I will unpack lie number 1 of my five-week series, The Lies Trauma Teaches Us About Ourselves. So come prepared. Bring paper, pen, and an open mind as we together explore these phases of our healing journey. Until next time, stay inspired.